Good morning everyone. Welcome to Gyan Jyoti online classes. Today we discuss the remaining portion of the 15th chapter of your class 8 science. Okay, so we will continue our discussion about some natural phenomena. Okay, so in the first part of this video we have discussed about the charge and what is the charge body. Okay, so today we discuss about the gold leaf electroscope. Okay students, so what is about gold leaf electroscope? It is a device which is used to check wherever a body is positively charged or negatively charged. Okay, or this device is used to give a comparison between the similar charge and your like charge and online charge. Okay, so for that whenever this instrument is invented, at that time here the two leaves are used and these leaves are made up of gold. So this experiment or this instrument is called as gold leaf electroscope. Okay, so in your home you can simply make that a metal disc will be attached here. This is a metal disc and this is a bell jar. This is made up of glass and then this is a cork. This is made up of plastic, or you can assemble here, add two wood pieces, okay, to separate the flowing of charge. Okay. And at the bottom of that we use two leaf shape which is made up of gold, or simply called that gold leaf. Okay, so on the due to the presence of this gold leaf, this instrument is called as the gold leaf electroscope. Okay, so what happens in this case? Suppose whenever we rub two things, one is your glass rod and your dry silk. There are two things. One is glass rod. Suppose this is glass rod, and this is your dry silk. If I rub these two things after some time, when I keep this glass rod upon these sticks, then these two leaves are moved away from one another, because due to the friction, due to the rubbering of these two things, glass will acquire positive charge and silk will acquire negative charge. Okay, so whenever I remove this glass rod and place this your dry silk, then these two leaves become contract, okay, and they will remain close to each other. Okay, so what is the construction of this thing? that क्या होता है कि अगर हम ग्लास रॉड और ड्राई सिल्क को रब किए, एक पॉजिटिव चार्ज हो गया, दूसरा नेगेटिव चार्ज हो गया। अगर इस पहले ही जो इलेक्ट्रोस्कोप को वर्किंग करने के लिए पहले इसे पॉजिटिव या नेगेटिव में पहले चार्ज करना होगा किसी भी तरह का। अगर ये चार्ज हो जाएगा तो चार्ज इस तरह से फ्लो करेगा और ये दोनों लीफ है ये अपने आप से दूर हो जाएगा। अगर ये पॉजिटिवली चार्ज हो तब भी दूर जाएंगे, अगर ये नेगेटिवली चार्ज हो तब भी एक दूसरे से दूर जाएंगे। ओके, तो पहले सपोज नॉर्मल हम ग्लास में पॉजिटिव चार्ज रख दिए तो क्या होगा, एक दूसरे से थोड़ी दूर चले जाएंगे। अगर और एक पॉजिटिव चार्ज को चलाया और इसको रख दे तो ये क्या होगा, इनका डायगोनल थोड़ा और बढ़ जाएगा। ओके, अगर मान लो यहाँ पे कोई नेगेटिव चीज रख दिए तो इनका जो डायवर्जन है बढ़ जाएगा। और फिर से जब यहाँ पे आप कोई नेगेटिव चीज रख दिए तो ये फिर से क्या होगा, जुड़ जाएगा। इसी तरह से ये गोल्ड लीफ इलेक्ट्रोस्कोप काम में आता है। ओके, आई होप सही समझ में आया होगा। भी पढ़ते हैं क्या, मतलब डिफरेंट मेथड ऑफ चार्जिंग। कल हमने चार्जिंग और डिस्चार्जिंग पढ़ा था, आज पढ़ेंगे हम डिफरेंट मोड ऑफ चार्जिंग। सो देयर आर 3 मोड ऑफ चार्जिंग। ठीक है, दैट इज चार्जिंग बाय फ्रिक्शन, जो चार्जिंग बाय कंडक्शन, value charging index. These are the three methods which are used to charge a body. Okay, so let's discuss one by one. First thing, that charging by rubbering or charging by friction. Okay, in this way what will be happen then, suppose if we take a glass rod, suppose this is a glass rod, this is, but naturally this is a, suppose this is a glass rod and this is a dry cell. If I rub these two things, then after continuing rubbing for some times, if I take this glass rod and place over some small pieces of your paper, then it attract the paper. Okay, and another thing is that whenever you comb your hair, okay, after comb the hair, if you take your comb nearer to the small pieces of paper, then this comb will also attract the small pieces of paper. So how this can be possible? Okay, so due to the rubbering of glass rod and wool and rubbering of hair and comb, the electron transfer from here, in this case glass rod to the silk and from comb to the hair. Okay, as a result, here in this case the glass rod acquire positive charge and the silk acquire negative charge. Okay, so this one become the charge body and they attract or repel from another one. Okay, so what is that? Charging by, this is all the concept of charging by friction. कि चार्जिंग बाय फ्रिक्शन में क्या होता है, एक दूसरे से जो पहले इसे रगड़ते हैं, एक दूसरे के पास कांटेक्ट आते हैं और रब करते हैं, रब करने के बाद क्या होता है, एक दूसरे से इलेक्ट्रॉन ट्रांसफर होता है। इसी इलेक्ट्रॉन ट्रांसफर के चलते वो दोनों चार्ज बॉडी में जो परिणत हो जाते हैं। ओके, नेक्स्ट होता है कि चार्जिंग बाय कंडक्शन। सपोज क्या किया हमने यहाँ पे कुछ पेपर का रोल बना दिया है, ठीक है, पेपर का सिलेंडर से बना दिया है इस तरह से, और हमने क्या किया, सपोज पेपर का लिया और यहाँ पे एक ग्लास रड था, यहाँ पे एक ग्लास रड था और फिर क्या है सिल्क का टुकड़ा था। एक दूसरे को रब करेंगे पहली बार, तो ये क्या हो जाएगा, पॉजिटिव चार्ज हो जाएगा और ये हो जाएगा नेगेटिव चार्ज। ओके, तो पहले हम जब क्या करेंगे, इस जो ग्लास रड को, ये जो है आपका ये पेपर का शीट होगा, पेपर का शीट के पास लाएंगे, तो ये पहले बार जब कुछ देर इसके पास रखेंगे, यहाँ पर पॉजिटिव चार्ज इतना था, ये थोड़ी इसके पास ट्रांसफर हो जाएगा, ठीक है, फिर इसको हम हटा देंगे और थोड़ी देर बाद फिर से जब इसको पास लाएंगे तो ये क्या होगा, एक दूसरे से ये जो ग्लास रड से ये दूर चला जाएगा, क्योंकि ये भी पॉजिटिव है, ये भी पॉजिटिव है, और आपने पढ़ा है कि लाइक चार्ज रिपेल ईच अदर, तो क्या होगा, पहले ये चार्ज नहीं था, पर जब हम पॉजिटिव चार्ज इसके पास लाते हैं तो ये भी चार्ज हो गया, बाद में दोनों पॉजिटिव हो गए, और क्योंकि दोनों पॉजिटिव हो गए, दोनों लाइक चार्जेस तो एक दूसरे से रिपेल करेंगे। इसी प्रोसेस को कहते हैं चार्जिंग बाय कंडक्शन। ओके, यहाँ पे कोई रबरिंग की जरूरत नहीं है। क्या करते हैं, इसमें पहले एक चार्ज बॉडी को दूसरे न्यूट्रल हो या चार्ज बॉडी के पास लाते हैं और फिर एक दूसरे से चार्ज ट्रांसफर करवाते हैं, फिर उनको चार्ज किया जाता है। ओके, यही होता है कंसेप्ट चार्जिंग बाय कंडक्शन। फिर आता है कि आपका चार्जिंग बाय इंडक्शन। तो चार्जिंग बाय इंडक्शन क्या होता है, suppose in this case I have taken a body which is initially neutral. Okay, suppose this is body which is initially neutral, that means it has numbers of positive ion, okay, and numbers of negative ion are equal. So in this way, this is a neutral atom, all this positive electron and proton are spread all around it, and the positive and negative charge are equal for this case. Okay, so here I have bring another charge particle which is totally positive. Okay, this is a positively charged particle which I have bring here it. This is your body A and body B. body B is totally what? This is totally positively charged and body A is neutral. Okay, so when this charged body is come in contact or come nearer to this, then what will be happen? All the positive attract the negative point. So here all the charge inside this body will arrange themselves in such a way that all the negative charge they come to in this side and the positive charge they will come into this side. Okay, in this way this charge, this neutral body become what? They become polarized. Okay, so here there will be brings a attraction in between positive and negative charges. Okay, whenever I bring a negative charge at here at the same time, okay, then there will be a force of repulsion which will occur in between this object. Okay, so this type of charging method is called the charging by induction. Here we will discuss about the three method of charging or three mode of charging. Okay. Okay, so students, now discuss about the lightning. This is a very common natural phenomena which will be you have seen from your childhood to nowadays also, that during the rain time or the rainy season it will mainly occur in the sky. So what is the behind principle, what is the cause behind it? Now let's learn about it. Okay, so lighting is a giant electrical discharge, okay, taking place in between the clouds and earth. Okay, so what is the working area of your lightning? That this lightning is mainly occurred in between the clouds. Okay, so this lightning is occurred in between the clouds. Here is a cloud and here is a cloud. Okay, so this may occur in between the clouds, and suppose this is your ground, or we can also call earth. Then this lightning also occurs in between the cloud and this is the number. For its work, it may also work in between the clouds, or it may also work in between the earth and cloud. Okay, so this is the working area of light. Okay, so first, this is a simple thing. It's a huge electrical discharge, a heavy high voltage of current will flow, that will flow from in between the cloud also, or sometimes it comes from the cloud to the earth also, or the ground also. Okay, so now let's discuss about what is the cause behind it. Okay, lightning is unpredictable and seem to occur randomly and instantaneously. When lightning strikes a building or a tree, it can set them on fire. Hence, lightning can burn things and cause death of living beings. ये जो लाइटनिंग होता है इसका कोई सर्टेनिटी नहीं है कि कोई प्रिडिक्ट कर पाएगा कि नहीं आज 5:30 पे लाइटनिंग होगा, ऐसा कोई चीज़ का प्रेडिक्शन कुछ नहीं है। और हम प्रेडिक्ट नहीं कर पाए कि वेदर फोरकास्ट इतना डेवलप हो गया है कि वो बता सकते हैं हाँ ठीक है भाई लाइटनिंग होगा, लेकिन कितने मिनट में लाइटनिंग होगा ये आज तक वो लोग प्रेडिक्ट कर नहीं पाए, और किस जगह पे लाइटनिंग होगा ये भी वो लोग प्रेडिक्ट नहीं कर पाए, क्योंकि इसका कोई सर्टेनिटी नहीं है, कहीं पे भी हो सकता है, कब भी हो सकता है। ठीक है, और जब भी आपने देखा होगा लाइटनिंग किसी पेड़ के ऊपर गिरता है, कभी किसी बिल्डिंग के ऊपर, कहीं कुछ इलेक्ट्रिक अप्लायंस के ऊपर पड़ता है तो ये पूरी तरह से उसको जला देता है। ठीक है, और कभी नहीं जला हुआ है तो पूरी तरह से डैमेज कर देता है। अगर किसी भी इंसान या जानवर के ऊपर ये गिरता है तो उसको पूरी तरह से उसका लाइफ को भी डैमेज है, कहीं उसको पूरी तरह से मार भी देता है। ठीक है, तो ये जो कॉजेस ऑफ लाइटनिंग होता है ये किस वजह से होता है? ठीक है, जब भी ये थंडरस्टॉर्म होता है तो क्या होता है, जो एयर होता है, ठीक है, जो एयर होता है ये क्या होता है, नीचे से ऊपर की तरफ फ्लो करता है। ठीक है, एयर क्या होता है, नीचे से ऊपर की तरफ फ्लो करता है। उसी टाइम क्या होता है, जो रेन ड्रॉप्स होते हैं, ठीक है, जो छोटे छोटे रेन ड्रॉप्स होते हैं वो क्या करते हैं, ऊपर से नीचे की तरफ आते हैं। सो एयर करंट इज फ्लो is moving upward and rain current or water current is moving down. एयर नीचे आ रहा है और जो एयर ऊपर जाएगा और वाटर नीचे आएगा, तो इन दोनों के बीच में जो एक तरह की फ्रिक्शन पैदा होगा, एक तरह की ऑपोजिशन पैदा होगा। इसके वजह से क्या होता है, जो बड़े बड़े क्लाउड्स होते हैं उनमें एक बदलाव होता है। ठीक है, उनमें जितने भी चार्ज पार्टिकल होते हैं, जो पॉजिटिवली चार्ज पार्टिकल होते हैं वो एकदम से ऊपर चले जाते हैं। ठीक है, पॉजिटिवली चार्ज पार्टिकल जो होते हैं वो ऊपर की तरफ अरेंज होते हैं क्लाउड्स के ऊपर, और जो नेगेटिवली चार्ज पार्टिकल होते हैं वो निचले हिस्से, क्लाउड के निचले हिस्से में वो लोग अरेंज होते हैं। सिमिलरली सपोज यहाँ पे भी उसी तरह का होगा, यहाँ पे सारे नेगेटिव चार्जेस निचले हिस्से पे आ जाएगा। ओके, और पॉजिटिव जो चार्जेस है वो ऊपर की ओर आ जाएगा। किसकी वजह से होता है, जब भी लाइटनिंग और थंडरस्टॉर्म होता है तो क्या होता है, हवा नीचे से ऊपर की ओर बहता है और पानी ऊपर से नीचे की ओर जो फ्लो होता है, ड्रॉप रेन ड्रॉप जो होता है, तो इसके वजह से, इसके जो मूवमेंट होता है, इसी मूवमेंट की वजह से इस तरह का एक्टिविटी होता है कि जो क्लाउड्स वगैरह होते हैं वो पोलराइज हो जाते हैं, उसके जो नेगेटिव चार्ज आए होते हैं नीचे आ जाते हैं और पॉजिटिव चार्ज होते हैं वो ऊपर आ जाते हैं। तो यहाँ क्या होगा, यहाँ पे नेगेटिव चार्ज, यहाँ पे पॉजिटिव चार्ज, तो ये करंट फ्लो करेगा कि नहीं। ओके, तो पहला जो होता है इनके बीच में क्या होता है, इनके बीच में एयर होता है, और आपको पता है एयर क्या होता है, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का एक बैड कंडक्टर है, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को पास करने में नहीं देता। अगर ये चार्ज की मात्रा ज़्यादा हो जाती तब ये कुछ भी नहीं कर सकता, तब क्या होता है, करंट फ्लो होने लगता है। ओके, तो यहाँ पे ये पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव, इसी के कारण यहाँ पे जो अट्रैक्शन हो गया ऑपोजिट अलग चार्जेस, तो इन दोनों के अंदर क्या होता है, लाइटनिंग होता है। और समटाइम क्या होता है, अगर आर्क पे कहीं जगह पर आपके पॉजिटिव चार्ज है तो उसके ऊपर क्या करेगा, ये लाइटनिंग उसके ऊपर भी गिर जाएगा। तो इसी दौरान क्या होता है, लाइटनिंग और जो करंट होता है क्लाउड और आर्क के बीच होता है, और मैक्सिममली ये जो क्लाउड इन बिटवीन द क्लाउड से होता है। ओके, तो हर सेकेंड, एवरी सेकेंड जो लाइटनिंग होता है कम से कम 50 से 100 बार तक होता है ओवरऑल। हर एक सेकंड में जो इसका जो थंडरस्टॉर्म का सीजन होता है उसी सीजन में हर सेकंड 50 से 100 बार लाइटनिंग होता है ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड। ओके, ये बहुत ही खतरनाक होता है। So let's learn another related thing regarding lightning, that lightning conductor. This is a instrument or this is a adjustment which is used to prevent from the lightning. Okay, for the lightning conductor is invented by a great scientist, that is Benjamin Franklin. He invents such a device which is used to reduce the effect of lightning and also save our electric plants and our home from the damage of the light. Okay, so what we have also seen, the huge towers and huge electric tower, the huge building also. On the top of the building they install a metal rod which is mainly made of copper. Okay, installed at the top of the building, and the copper wire which will bring from this your metal rod. Okay, and the wire comes which is separated not about some feet away from the home, and the ground, and the rod which is passed to the ground. Okay, and that is buried inside the earth. Okay, so what will happen whenever unfortunately the lightning will fall upon your house, then this lightning conductor can capture the lightning, and this heavy current will flow through this copper wire and move to the earth or to the ground and save your home. Okay, so this type of installation is called your lightning conductor. Okay. Okay, so lightning is a very dangerous thing. We must have to take some step to avoid this lightning process. So some precaution of lightning will there. So these are the things that we must do during the period of lightning. Okay, so if traveling in a car or bus, remain inside the vehicle and shut all the doors and window. Okay, whenever we are traveling in a car or bus, then we must have to shut down, close all the gates or doors and sit inside it. Okay, and another thing is, on hearing the sound of thunders, rush to a safe place and stay there till the thunderstorm has subsided. अगर आपने किसी तरह का जो थंडर का साउंड सुनाई दिया आपको, तो कहीं किसी सेफ जगह, किसी घर के अंदर चले जाना जब तक ये थंडर क्लोज ना हो सके. अनदर थिंग इज दैट इफ इन ए गार्डन और फॉरेस्ट, टेक शेल्टर अंडर शॉर्ट ट्रीज. Okay, if you are living or currently present inside a dense forest or in a garden, then you don't take shelter on a tall tree. Okay, you must shelter a very small tree, because tall tree can easily conduct the lightning. Okay, so you have to shelter under a small tree. Next thing, stay away from good conductors such as pole, metal, electrical wire, telephone cord. Okay, another, unplug electric appliances like computer, TV, refrigerator, washing machine. Okay, whenever you are hearing the lightning and thunder sound, okay, then you have to remove all the connection of your various heavy electric appliances, electric gadgets, that may be computer, TV, refrigerator, washing machine, etc., etc. Okay, so these are the things that we must have to do during the period of lightning. But there are something that we must not have to do during the period of lightning. Okay, so there are, do not go out during the thunderstorm. Never take shelter under the tree, under the only tree in an open area. Do not carry an umbrella. Do not use open vehicles such as motorbike, tractor, scooter. Okay, then avoid contact with running water. Avoid high place as they attract lightning. Okay, these are the steps, these are the important advice that we must follow during the period of lightning. Okay, now discuss about the another thing, that is your earthquake. Here smallly learn about this thing, earthquake. So how this earthquake will be happen? This is a very dangerous natural phenomena which brings a disaster in the living society. Okay, so what is the cause of earthquake? That first thing, that this is a chapter regarding the geography. Our earth, suppose this is our earth. Our earth is the physical construction of our earth. Okay, so students, suppose if it our earth is consist of three sections. Okay, the center portion is called core. Okay, and the middle portion, or the portion in between the core and the top layer, is called mantle, and the topmost layer is called your crust. In this three sections, we can divide the physical construction of the earth in three sections, that is core, mantle, and crust. Okay, so this core is mainly made up of just like lava, the molten iron substance. Okay, mainly iron is present inside the core, is a very high temperature that converted into molten lava. Okay, and the mantle, which is made of many rock substance, and the crust, which is the topmost layer of the. So the crust is made up of various small this type of portions. These portions are called the tectonic plate. Okay, so this portion is called the tectonic plate. Tectonic plate, and these plates are always move from here to there. They always move. Okay, whenever this plate strike with another plate, and if there is anything small changes will be occurred in this plate, then it causes the earthquake. Okay, so the movement of the tectonic plate mainly cause the earthquake. Okay, so let's discuss another thing regarding that earthquake. So first thing, that what are the causes of the your earthquake? Mainly the movement of the tectonic plates is the main causes of the earthquake. Okay, so the bound, suppose the earth is surrounded by the various tectonic plates. Okay, and sometimes the tectonic plates are joined each other, and some tectonic plates are several different. Okay, so in the border, okay, the and like the border of the the border of the tectonic plates are mainly the weak points or the weak zone of the earth. At these places, the earthquake generally occurred. Okay, and the other causes of earthquake are just like your volcanic activity, due to the volcanic eruption, earthquake also occurred, and the collapse of the mines. Okay, and sometimes whenever we build the huge dams, at the dams we store the huge amount of water. As a result, the pressure of the water may causes the earthquake also. Okay, so in general, earthquakes occur everywhere and every time, but some are very smaller, so we can feel those, and the very big earthquake and we can feel. Okay, so let's learn about these two terms, that is focus and epicenter. Suppose this is our earth. If the earth is occurred at this place, okay, at the center, inside of the earth, this point is called the focus, and the point at the surface of the earth, this is called your epicenter. Okay, so the earthquake is measured with the help of a device that is called your seismograph. Okay, seismograph is a device that is used to measure the impact of the earthquake. So how this will be occurred? Whenever the earthquake will occur, it radiates a wave. Okay, so this wave is called the seismic wave. Okay, so by the reading of this seismic wave, we can measure the density or the impact of the earthquake. Okay, so the device used to measure the earthquake is called the seismograph. Okay, and measuring of your earthquake, we also use a scale that is also called the Richter scale. Okay, so the magnitude or intensity of earthquake is measured by the Richter scale, which is with a range of 1 to 10. The range of Richter scale is mainly 1 to 10. Okay, so these are the all discussion about the earthquake. Or some precaution against the earthquake are: firstly, stay away from glass pane, window and wall at good. Whenever you are placed inside your home, then you must stay away from the glass planes, window and walls. If you are in bed, do not get off. Protect your hand with a pillow. Okay, next, if you have proper time to escape, leave your home and move to an open area. Okay, stop sort of kitchen gas and power to your home. Another thing, if in a car or vehicle, stop the vehicle and stay inside till the earthquake is over. If outdoor, keep away from high risk building and find a clear spot away from the tree and overhead power lines. If indoor, take shelter under a table or bed. It will protect you from falling object. Install and keep firefighter equipment in working order, especially in a tall buildings. Okay, these are the precautions which must be taken during the period of earthquake. Okay, thank you so much. Have a good day.